Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Lexus and this is my platform where I have all content related to beauty, a little bit of fashion, and lifestyle. So hope you guys enjoy and do come back and visit. Also, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you are new, or if you're not new but you haven't already. I really do appreciate the support and the love from you guys. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Very excited to make this video because I feel like my first initial video on my channel regarding this was almost like it left you all hanging a little bit, because I realized the video was made exactly 3 years ago, and coincidentally today is a special day for me because it does mark me officially being 3 years in full remission with my lupus. I'm just so happy and thankful. I made that video just as a way to really let out my emotions from finding out that I had lupus, but also as a way to try to encourage those that also have lupus but are not coming out and talking about it. Because I notice a lot of people don't come out and talk about it, and I know it's hard to do that, especially with lupus, because it's like this invincible disease or invincible illness that a lot of people refer to it as, and it's hard to talk about, it's hard to explain it, because a lot of people are looking on the outside looking in, and they're like, physically wise, most of the time people with lupus don't even look sick. So if it's something that people can't see visually or see on your physical appearance, they don't think there's anything wrong with you, and it's like, it's not always reflected on the outside, it's reflected on the inside. I just thought it would be a great time to make this video, because even though I made my lupus video on my channel 3 years ago, I still have many people to this day that find me on social media. They send me a message on Instagram or something just thanking me and letting me know that because I came out and shared my story and experience with lupus, I've inspired them, or I've encouraged them, or blessed them in some sort of way. I'm gonna try not to get emotional for this video, but it just really means a lot to me, and I'm very thankful that I feel comfortable enough now to where I can stand and talk and share with others my story and my experience with it. We all can't do it on our own, and it's nice and comforting to have that love and support from someone, whether you know them personally or you don't. So I'm happy to do that, and I just wanted to just kind of do an update video basically, and just saying where I am now 3 years later. If you haven't seen that video, me sharing my story about being diagnosed with lupus, I will link it in the description box below of this video, so make sure you go back and watch it. Appearance wise, I don't look anything like I did in that video. I was already starting my treatment for lupus at the time of that video, so I was very swollen, I gained a lot of weight, mainly because of my steroid medications as part of the treatment to get to where I am now and be in remission. I had to do steroids for a very long time at a very high dose, and yeah, so that's why I look like that. But and another thing, I used to be really insecure. I mean, I still have moments where I'm insecure about how I look, because I do feel like lupus overall has affected my appearance in some ways. Let me take you guys back to the beginning, and I really like the vibe for this video. Let me know if you guys do too, but I'm just chilling in my rocker chair, my mommy chair, because this chair really is comfortable and it has a footrest, and then like I'm literally in my PJ pants and my dog mom t-shirt, even though I'm a real mom now. That's so funny. I actually got this shirt this time last year before this pandemic and coronavirus stuff even came out and everything, so it's really funny. And then next thing I know, I became a mom during the pandemic. Long story short, I'm just gonna briefly summarize my experience and how I found out I was diagnosed. So this goes back to 2016. I was 20 years old when I was diagnosed with lupus, and there are various types of lupus out there. However, I was diagnosed with the worst one of all, basically, which is systemic lupus erythematosus, so or known as SLE. If you guys aren't familiar with it, you guys can Google it, look it up. Don't be alarmed. I know I was the first time when I found out I was diagnosed and I started Googling and looking up all that stuff. Back in 2016, I was in my second year of college, barely making it. I don't want to say barely making it, but this all coincidentally came at a time of my life where I felt like I hit rock bottom. At some point, my body just felt like it couldn't keep up anymore energy-wise. I was sleeping all throughout the day. Like, I didn't know if I was starting to experience like a early sign of depression or something, but then I noticed along with that, I started getting other symptoms that were just out of the blue, not something my body normally goes through, so I just felt like something was off. I mean, I was working the overnight shift at my job at the time, which was for a call center, so I was going in at 11 at night, getting off at 7 in the morning. I would have classes on Tuesday, Thursdays. I believe was my schedule at the time, because I started at Valencia before I went to UCF for undergrad. And yeah, I would work that shift Monday through Friday. To the doctor, I told my doctor all my symptoms. She said we were going to do blood work, and then she had some other tests that she wanted to do. One of them was including a test for lupus. Long story short, we found out the week September 13th that my test came back positive for lupus, and I had systemic. Things were somewhat getting under control, but I just knew, like, mentally this really had a big effect on me. Like, I didn't look at my life the same anymore, and I can still say now I don't look at my life the same anymore because of this disease. But over time I've learned you have to look at your life in a new way, almost like we're all having to do with the coronavirus effects. You know, we're not ever going to be normal again, I feel, but we now have to look at what a new normal looks like for the country. Basically, the same thing applies to me. Like, having this disease, my life is not over the way I thought it was going to be, but I now have to look at almost like a new life. It's like in a new perspective for me. So I'm very like cautious about a lot of things now, and unfortunately I worry about a lot of things now. Now I have a baby as well, which surprisingly, you know, initially I was told after being diagnosed that I would not be able to have kids. Like, I basically was told I was too sick with my condition of lupus to ever try to carry a child of my own. And if I did try or mistakenly got pregnant at some point in my life, I most likely would lose my baby. Now, and this year will be 4 years of marriage already. But, you know, I'm thankful that I have a partner in my life that was still willing to love and be with me despite my disease. 2017 is when my health took a spin all over again. I noticed that my urine was not normal, and I started spilling a lot of protein at home. So I needed to get checked out again, and then I went to the doctor, had tests done, and found out my lupus had become so reactive again that it started to attack my kidneys. And I was looking at lupus nephritis, which is another form of lupus, but it specifically causes your lupus to attack your kidneys only, and, you know, does damage. So there are different stages of it. There is approximately 5 different stages of lupus nephritis, 5 being the highest and not the best at all. It's really hard to treat that one and get it under control, and a lot of times it will get to the point where you need dialysis, and if dialysis is not enough to keep you stable and maintain that stage or whatever, then you actually end up needing a kidney transplant, because at some point your kidneys or kidney will start to fail. Mine had came back as lupus nephritis stage 3. I really had to make a tough decision on whether or not I wanted to move forward doing the treatment and everything like that, because if I did not decide to take the chance of doing the treatments, which was high doses of steroids and high doses of immune suppressants, which basically means I was going to be on medication that tells my immune system to shut off and not work. So along with that meant I would be at higher risk and exposure to getting a lot of infections and getting sick a lot. And if I were to catch like a cold or something, it's going to take my body longer to fight it off. Now I can say thankfully I really haven't gotten sick as much, and I don't think it's just because of being in remission, but also I think like the environment and where you live and the climate and conditions of where you live have a lot to do with your overall health anyway. So I think it kind of benefits that I live somewhere that's hot majority of the year, like I live in Florida. So I think that has an effect on your body and your immune system overall. Like I can tell you guys, like I've been sick very few times with a cold or something since being diagnosed with lupus. But the annoying thing about it is when I have gotten sick, it takes me up to 2 weeks to get rid of something. In 2017, I started the treatment journey for my lupus nephritis, and along with that came all of my physical changes. So like I said, I had a very swollen face, which they call like a moon face. I probably looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame from behind, because I actually got another symptom from steroid usage, which was like a humpback. I had a hump back here, and I was really self-conscious about it. It wasn't like massive like the Hunchback, of course, but it was very noticeable, and it was nothing but just a deposit buildup of fat as my body's response to taking all the steroids. So yeah, it really sucked. I gained weight very quickly, and the swelling, like I said, along with that I also got like severe case of acne, and I really don't get acne, so I still have a lot of the acne scarring from that. I had to do constant lab work repeatedly while being on the treatments as a way for my doctors and team to really monitor me and see how my body was responding to the treatment and medications. So fast forward to 2018, it was February 13th to be exact. I had my next appointment, my next set of lab work with my kidney doctor, and then a week or so after that was when I met with my rheumatologist. So February 13th of 2018 was when my kidney doctor came and told me that I was officially in full remission of my lupus nephritis. And so I had to I had to ask my doctor again. I was like, what did you say? And he was like, yeah, he was like, you are now officially in remission with your lupus. Congratulations. You did really well. Your body responded really well to your treatments. So now we're going to cut down on your lab work. We're going to cut down on the dosage of your treatment, and we're going to cut down on how often you have to come to the doctor. I was going to the doctor 2 to 3 times a month. My lab work, I was having about 14 to 16 tubes of blood drawn each lab work appointment. And then it went from 12 to 16 tubes to about 5 to 7 tubes. And now, as of today, when I go get lab work done, I'm having 3 tubes max. And that's it. This exact date in 2018, so February 22nd, was when I had my follow-up with the rheumatologist as well. And she also confirmed for me again and reassured me that yes, I am officially in remission. I'm very thankful, and I'm not making this video as a way to rub it in for those of you that watched my story and my journey and who are not in remission, but I just share it as a way to give you guys hope and encouragement that it may not happen as quick as it happened for me, or it may not happen today or tomorrow, but there is hope that you can achieve your remission. With the research you can, work as closely as you can with your doctors and those that are helping you, and I just hope and pray for the best for you in your journey. And I know it's hard, and I know it's not easy, but it's achievable. And I just try to remind you all, like I remind myself every day, like, you are not your illness. You are not your illness. And I feel myself getting emotional now. But you know, I know it's not easy, and there are days when you think like you're just never gonna get better, you're never gonna be healthy, but it is possible. And also just remember that you also have to do your part as well. Like, don't just solely rely on your medications to do all the work. you also have to put in the work and make adjustments to your overall lifestyle. You just have to do it if you want to be healthier. If you guys want, please let me know in the comment section of this video, but I will happily make a video where I share some of the share with you all lifestyle adjustments that I've had to do along the way, and things that I'm still learning even to this day to adjust in my lifestyle in terms of what I eat, what I put on my body, hygiene products and things like that. Like, I will happily make that video for you guys. I'm just thankful to God that I am where I am today. I still graduated college for undergrad, and I think I shared this in a video already on my channel, but it was so hard for me when I had to make that transition of going from Valencia to UCF. I was super out of shape and exhausted every day, but I still pushed myself to get to class. A lot of times I applied for accommodations, and if you all are in school right now and have lupus, I highly recommend getting accommodations put in place for you if you don't already have that done. And it allowed me to leave a certain amount of time early from all of my classes so that I could get to my next class early and have time to regroup and rest and catch my breath, because I would be so out of breath from like all the chest pain. Like, I had a lot of chest pain as one of my main symptoms when my lupus was really active. And with the chest pain, like, a lot of it was just inflammation, just constantly going through my body, and it always came through my chest and my lungs. So all the inflammation would cause me to be severely out of breath. At some point I got an inhaler, so I didn't always like to use it because I didn't want people to think I had asthma. And again, it was still in that time where I was still so insecure about having the disease, and I didn't want people to know that I had an inhaler, that I had lupus and all that. So I would bring it, but a lot of times I wouldn't use it, and I would really push myself to just go without it. I remember at some point I thought I wasn't even going to get to graduate because I felt like I was falling behind in school, but I still pushed through it, and I made it, and I graduated. I graduated in December of 2018. And not only did I graduate, but I also graduated on the Dean's List. Aside from that, where I am today, 3 years later, I'm back in school again, and I'm now in my last semester all over again, which is crazy how fast it's gone. But yes, I am pursuing my master's degree in grad school, so I will be done at the end of April, and my graduation ceremony is the first week of May. If we're still having a ceremony because of COVID and the pandemic, unfortunately, we have not been updated on that yet. I'm turning 25 this year, you guys. Like, I can't believe I'm that old already. I don't want to talk about it because I know I'll cry. I don't know what it is, but once I hit my 20s, I cry every year for my birthday. And life and my little one. Yes, I had a baby girl 4 months ago now, surprisingly. Like, that's already going by fast for me too, and I'm just like, please slow down, don't get bigger, just stay small. Like, positive things that I do to keep myself uplifted and encouraged, you know, like self-love and things like that. So I will be making that video to go up soon as well, as long as, like I said, if you guys want me to do a lifestyle video, like things I do to maintain in terms of diet, like what I eat and things like that. My next overall goal with my health is to hopefully try and get off of all my medications completely with my lupus. That's my next goal. I know it's not easy, it's not achievable really, but I have some hope. Also, I wanted to share at the end of the video here that I'm actually going to be doing a speaking engagement. I'm participating in a speaking event. It is going to be virtual, of course, because of COVID. So if you guys would like to watch the event, you're more than welcome to. It is free, and I will link all the information down below in the description box as well. So make sure you check that out. It is going to be held on March the 6th, and all the time and information and where you can go to watch will be in the description box as well. So if you guys would like to see that, I would love for you to take part and be a part of that. I think there is going to be a Q&A session held at the end of the event, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. I'm honored to be able to come out and speak more on my journey and share my story with others that are new to learning about it. So it's going to be exciting. I think it'll be great. And that's pretty much all I have for this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you again so much for watching. Please make sure you are subscribing and already subscribed to my channel if you haven't. I love you all very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.